Good morning, everyone. I am Recie Myers coming to you live from the city of Suffolk, and it's just me this morning. I am speaking to spiritual entrepreneurs, people who know that they have a divine purpose and they're on this planet and they're not willing to settle for just anything. And so this morning, I was, good morning, Jay, cousin Jay. Let's see, I got to put these on so I can see better. Good morning, Dwayne. Thank you for joining me this morning. Good morning, Charles. Good morning to you. Yes, cousin Jay is joining us from the greater Chicago area. And good morning, Eartha. Thank you for joining me this morning. Usually Roland is with me, but he wanted to sleep a little bit more. So anyway, what I wanted to share with you this morning is that success, I titled it, Success is a Choice. Success and failure, they're both choices. People who want to be successful will make the choices to do the things that will help you to be successful. And by the way, I mentioned on, I think it was Tuesday last week, and I think many of us know this, but maybe it's tucked away or we forgot about it. Whenever any person is born, anyone, God gives everybody that a little special something, and it's up to us to discover what that specialness is, and I know for me, I knew he had something designed specially for me to do. And each one of us is the same way. And some people know what their special gift is right away. Some people, it may take a lifetime to discover it, but we owe it to ourselves to discover and find what that specialty is about us. And so I titled today's motivational thought, Success is a Choice. And if you want to be successful, you study people who are successful. What is it that they do? And that's what Roland and I had been doing. We've been looking at various people who have been successful and who are successful and finding out what they do. And I just have 4 points that I wanted to share with you. The first one is set the intention for how you want your day to be, how you want your life to be. Have that goal in mind. Sometimes, goals are not necessarily achieved overnight. It takes dedication, it takes work, it takes commitment, and you have to have that in sight, in your mind's eye. Okay, this is what I'm working towards. That way, no matter what comes your way, the wind may blow you down, and you have to find whatever to pick yourself back up and keep going, keep pushing. All right. The first 8 minutes, the scientist said that the first 8 minutes of your day, that's when you can determine if you're going to have a good day or a bad day. Those first 8 minutes, what do you do in those first 8 minutes? Well, you should do some mirror work. What does that mean? You look in the mirror, look at yourself, and don't bash yourself. Don't punish yourself. Don't berate yourself for mistakes that you've done. No. That's the time for you to start loving on you. Tell yourself you love you, even if you don't get it from the outside. Sometimes you may never, excuse me, frogs are jumping around in my throat. So you may never hear those words from someone else. And you can't look to other people to fulfill that need. Tell yourself that you love you, and mistakes that you may have made, those are stepping stones. All right, so the first 8 minutes of the day, you set your intention. What is it you want to achieve that day, accomplish? What successes that you want to attract in your life? Do some mirror work. Tell yourself that you love yourself. Love on you. I heard someone say they didn't like the gap in their tooth. Oh yeah, Layla Black had said that. She said, people said, why don't you get that fixed? She looked in the mirror and look at yourself and love what it is about you, because you're unique. Nobody's just like you. God made no two people have the same fingerprints. So you are unique, and embrace your uniqueness. All right. Then to have that positive attitude, because you've heard that saying, attitude determines your altitude. Well, if you have that positive attitude, how do you get that? How do you remain positive all the time? Well, the only way I know of is to count your blessings. Don't be looking at, oh, I don't have this. Don't look at all the flaws. Don't look at all the things that you don't have. You do have some stuff. When I look at some of the motivational speakers, I can't even think of his name. I think it's V-E-E. Anyway, this guy who was born with no arms and just a little toe on the bottom of his trunk, and he did so many amazing things. Count your blessings. Name them one by one. When you look around at what you can do, it's inspiring. What you can do, what other people can't do, and count those blessings. All right, so the second thing is, all of that was number one, guys. To set your intention, of what you want your day to be, what you want your life to be, to design your life. The second thing is, happiness is a choice. You can choose to mope around every day. People don't like to be around mopey people. Practice smiling. Happiness is a choice. Be happy for what gifts you have, what abilities that you have, and make that decision that you're going to smile through the pain. Yes, pain comes our way to remind us that there are happier times. And as you're going through the pain, look at things in your life that brings you happiness, brings you joy, and appreciate those things. All right? 3, to improve a bad day that you're having, have some sort of expectancy. You can think your way into a mood. You can think your way into a sour mood, or you can think your way into a joyous mood. It's your choice. Life is a choice. Number 4, give yourself permission to be successful, to be great. A lot of people are afraid of success. A lot of people are afraid of failure, and they're like in limbo. Oh, God put you here to be all that you can be, but He's not going to give you everything. Yes, you can ask for Him, ask for His guidance, but it will take work. It's not going to be this easy street. Like I keep thinking, diamonds. Those diamonds are not buried in the ground, shining and all pretty. They have to be refined. They have to go through intense heat, flame that helps to shape and reform them or refine them. And I see ourselves, humans, as gems. It will take trials, it will take struggles, it will take perseverance to bring out the best in you. Oh, I'm just going on here. Good morning, Stephen. Stephen says, joy is far more valuable than happiness. True point. Joy, because, how can you have joy in your heart when there's so much stuff going on around you? Joy, and the only way you can get that is from the source. So you got to stay plugged into that source. He will give you joy. And especially when things are not going the way you want them to, you keep that song in your heart. That can help bring that joy. Good morning, Diane. Good morning to you. Glad that you can join me, Diane Chapman. Thank you for joining me this morning. I can say hello. Good morning to you, Ken. So those are the 4 things that I wanted to share with you this morning. You can determine the success that you want in your life because it's all a choice. Everything that happens to us in life, whether bad things, good things, it all is a result of the choices that we make. And even if you made a wrong choice, you learn from it. You pick yourself up, you will fall, you pick yourself up, and you got to keep going. Like I said, life is not going to be handed to you on a silver platter. You have to go after it. You have to reach for it. Let's see who else I see here. Good morning, Barbara. And Stephen, also thank you, Stephen, for this. He says, Jesus has won the battle. He was tempted in all ways as we are yet without sin. So, yes, we are humans. We do make mistakes, but we don't stay and wallow in it. We keep on going. We press on. Good morning, Ariel. Thank you for joining me this morning. Rodney, it's been a while. Good morning to you. Pray and read the Bible. Yes, because that's the roadmap, pretty much. That's the roadmap for what you ought to do in life. And and wave to you. Good morning, B. Good morning to you too. So I'm not going to stay very long. I have a number of things to do down here before we head on back up the road. And I just wanted to remind you, the trials, the struggles, the challenges that we face, they all come to us for a reason. And we shouldn't keep those to ourselves, hidden and buried. We have to find a way where we can share them, because our struggles help to encourage someone along the way, because we're not going through our struggles by ourselves. There are others who are experiencing the same thing or something similar. And when we keep those trials and the struggles hidden, we're not putting ourselves in a position to inspire someone else, to motivate them to keep pressing on and not to give up. So that's what I have for you this morning. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be coming to you from Richmond, because we're going to head on back up the road today. And just want to say, be blessed and be a blessing to someone. Enjoy your day. Oh, hi, Sensei Sabira. Good morning. Bye now.